Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. We are going to be talking about V's alleged tattoo from this photo and why people believe it means bisexuality. I also want to get into ARMY being lied to, like what happened with this. So, hater or not, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell on, grab your dumpling, a tea spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. The first thing that I need to get into is what happened at the Super Bowl Sunday. So it was reported allegedly by a source called Odyssey that BTS will have a commercial at the Super Bowl. Now, I'm questioning some of the credibility of this news site, but it was reported by them initially, I believe, and then sites like Koreaboo and a few other kind of followed and also reported on it. So what happened was Samsung announced a new campaign with BTS where they talked about the environment and stuff like that. And the campaign was inspired by the Bob Dylan music video a while ago where he did something similar. And I believe this may be where the confusion could have happened, because a campaign like what BTS did with Samsung typically wouldn't just be released for TV or regular commercials. So it was rumored that the commercial will air at the Super Bowl. It was frustrating to me to hear that it wasn't aired during the game after, I guess, wanting this to be true, because it would shatter history, but also there was simply no reason why the commercial wouldn't be aired. I wasn't able to catch the game myself, but from what I am hearing, it never aired in the 4-hour duration of the game. There were some people who were not surprised by saying that the commercial was 2 minutes long, so it would have never aired, but that makes no sense to me because 2-minute commercials have for sure aired, I believe. And of course, a lot of ARMYs were disappointed because this was their opportunity with their family to show them that the group they have been obsessing about for a while. So a lot of ARMY felt lied to and felt like they needed some answers as to what happened with the commercial. So there were some theories going around, like maybe they said Super Bowl Sunday as in the day of Sunday, and it wasn't actually going to be aired during the game. And commercials aired during Sunday and even hours before the game are really expensive still, but those spots would be more affordable for a 2-minute commercial. However, if the commercials were supposed to be shorter, they would just cut it shorter to fit. Commercials do that all the time. Other theories such as last minute changes can happen, and last minute they pulled the commercial, or in fear of controversy they pulled the commercial. However, this is also less likely to be the reason for me, because the Super Bowl has aired some controversial things before, and they do it for the reason to get press. Like the Super Bowl is so big because there's literally nothing to not talk about. You can't watch the 4-hour game and not have any comments about any commercial, the game, the halftime show, or what the celebrity who bought tickets to the game were doing, and some more controversial topics can get people talking. And a lot of Super Bowl commercials are thought-provoking. One of the last and possibly more reasonable theories as to if the commercial aired or not, it could have aired, but maybe just at the stadium. So they have TVs, maybe they were airing commercials to the audience at the stadium as we were seeing the commercials. But while this makes sense, I think it's very unlikely. Now, I'm not too familiar with this too much. I haven't worked in sports broadcasting or been to any live sporting TV events where they go to commercial during the live event. Basically, my point is, I don't know if they were playing commercials at the Super Bowl stadium when we at home see commercials. So I don't think BTS was being played for everyone at the stadium and not for us at home. I simply think people at the stadium don't see commercials. So I don't know. I don't know why this wasn't aired or what happened there. I am so sorry to all the ARMY that were looking forward to it and hoping to show BTS to your family, unfortunately, if BTS was indeed supposed to be aired and they didn't. This wouldn't be the first time TV has done something like this to foreign artists. The Super Bowl is almost the pride of America, and at this point BTS is the pride of Korea. So airing them is a bit of a controversial thing to do in America. It in itself is making a big statement and would probably cause issues with the NFL fans. While I hope it wasn't that and it was just a misunderstanding in believing that BTS will be aired, I mostly hope that it wasn't said to the members that it would happen and then it didn't. This wouldn't be the first time they got treated for something like that or snubbed at a big event. One of the few times in the beginning of their career here in America, they were promised that their performances would be aired during the live award shows or whatever, only to literally be cut off, and ARMYs are sitting there like, we just watched a whole award show that we don't care about to see that performance and it never happened. But imagine how BTS felt. They wasted their time. They could have performed or done something else to promote their album that day, but they wasted an entire day to go to this award show only to not be seen at all. I hope they never get treated like that again and they get to just relax. So many American celebrities can just walk down the street and that is enough to get them exposure, but apparently it's not the case for BTS. However, the fandom is usually the one that does the news reporting for the boys nowadays, and if you keep up with people who talk about BTS in the fandom, then you'll be up to date on what is happening. There was a photo that was surfacing around and popped up recently. It's an older one, but it's a photo where we saw Taehyung walking and he was wearing long pants, but but the pants moved and you could see what is believed to be a moon and sun tattoo. People at first didn't know if this was real, and if you're new to the fandom, you might believe it's real as you don't know the context of it. But before we talk about that, I need to talk about what the tattoo means. The symbols for moon and sun are supposed to represent masculinity and femininity. So the combination of both and the energy of both beings together. Whether you believe in this stuff or not, I do think the boys actually do believe in it because they seem to believe in energy and destiny and all that sort of thing. And of course, why would they not? For the most part, they are still considered very privileged and successful people. Taehyung is someone who often shows his more feminine and masculine side during photo shoots and stuff like that. He and the rest of the members are not scared of breaking gender norms, let's say that. And Taehyung does an amazing job at that. So people do believe that this moon and sun tattoo was supposed to represent bisexuality, as in both sides. Now, while this is a possibility, this is not the formal tattoo for bisexuality. There is a moon tattoo that is more synonymous with the orientation. This is why I believe the tattoo was simply supposed to just represent the sun and the moon, and maybe there isn't really another meaning behind it other than the fact that he liked those two images and wanted to put it somewhere. People were saying that Taehyung putting it on his foot was a symbol or proof of something because he has a foot fetish. First of all, where did this come from? Why do y'all think that? And most importantly, even if that was true, why do y'all know that personal information? Like, how on earth do you discover a celebrity's fetish? Because if Taehyung were to physically say foot fetish, I think the internet would have exploded. Now, if you're aware of Taehyung, he loves to do temporary tattoos. I believe it might have been his idea for the On dance music video to do tattoos for his neck and face. I think he thinks these tattoos are fun, and I agree. He even did a post, I'm not sure where he put fake tattoos on his neck, like flower tattoos and a tattoo on his thigh. I'm pretty sure those were the tattoos you wet and peel off, so it actually wasn't too big of a shock when we realized that the tattoos for the moon and sun were actually just fake tattoos. In another moment, which you need to search for, you can see the sun tattoo almost being faded, so you can definitely see that this was a fake tattoo. I think in a previous moment, Taehyung had addressed if he would ever actually get a tattoo. He has talked about a few times about wanting to get one, but I don't think he has ever fully pulled the trigger. I am the same way. I definitely want one, but for my first one, it should definitely mean something. I know so many people that are like, oh, I used to think a tattoo needs to mean something, but I got so many and some just for fun. But that's the thing. Your first one still means something. So I might get 10 tattoos down the road and 9 of them mean nothing, but I want my first one to mean something. So maybe Taehyung has the same mentality as me and he is wanting to get a real meaningful one. I can only imagine he is just trying them out with these fake ones and seeing if he likes it. The meaning behind the sun and moon tattoo is so much deeper than just orientation, so I don't know if he was really even thinking about that when he got it. Let me know what you think, and if you want to see more K-pop reaction videos, go to my Patreon, link below. I can't post them here due to copyright, but you can get all sorts of reaction videos and requests over there. It's a great way to support the channel even more if you would like to. Thank you so much for this lovely comment right here. I love you so much. There will be some videos that will pop up on screen and I will see you over there. Bye.